And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits.
Do you think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios?
I can't say if he's too old or not. You know, if he get in there and win, then everybody will be saying different.
He's focused, he looks fit, and I wish him well. I love him.
Manny Pacquiao is undeniably one of the greatest fighters of all time. But at 46 years old, returning to fight a prime Mario Barrios is a major gamble. Physically, Pacquiao has kept himself in excellent shape. Videos from Wildcard Gym show him still displaying solid footwork, hand speed, and reflexes that would be impressive for any fighter, let alone one near 50. He has no known chronic injuries and maintains a disciplined lifestyle. However, age is an unavoidable factor.
I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money.
The biggest concern is punch resistance. Older fighters often can't take shots the way they used to, and the recovery time after taking damage increases dramatically. 4 years out of the ring also means significant ring rust, which can be dangerous against a strong, active champion like Mario Barrios.
You know, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title?
Experts like Timothy Bradley and Freddie Roach have expressed concern. Roach even said bluntly he is getting knocked out, warning that Barrios is too young and dangerous for a 4-year inactive Pacquiao. Even Buboy Fernandez, a longtime loyalist, is urging a knockout in the first round, possibly because they know dragging the fight could be risky.
They say he didn't look good.
That is a real exhibition for Manny in the last year. But this coming fight on July 19, this is a real fight.
Deal with speed, it is a great asset. He still has it, and you know, he's getting a little bit older. He slowed down a little bit, I'm sure. I mean, with age we do slow, but he still has very good speed, and I think that'll be the difference in the fight.
Terence Crawford, the reigning WBA light middleweight champion, has shared his perspective on Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring at age 46 to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. When asked if Pacquiao is too old for such a comeback, Crawford responded, "I can't say if he's too old or not, you know. If he gets in there and wins, then everybody will be saying differently. So I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao."
Do you think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios?
I can't say if he's too old or not. You know, if he get in there and win, then everybody will be saying different. So I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao.
However, he also recognizes Pacquiao's exceptional legacy and the possibility that he could defy expectations once again. Crawford's measured response underscores the respect he holds for Pacquiao's achievements and the unpredictability inherent in the sport of boxing. Nobody has more of a right to worry about Pacquiao's return from retirement than his 24-year-old son, Jimuel. I mean, it makes sense, Jimuel said about people having concerns about his father fighting against Barrios. He's 46 now, and even me, as his son, I love him. He's my dad. There's also concern there, you know?
It's good. I can see my dad's, you know, he's always stayed in shape. Year-round, plays basketball year-round, always running, you know, and all that. So I think it'll be a good one. Yeah, sure.
But I believe in him. He has shown us that he stays in shape year-round and all that. So weight is not going to be a problem. Fitness is not going to be a problem, he added.
I mean, it makes sense, you know, like he's 46 now, and like even me as his son, you know, like I love him, he's my dad, you know. There's also concern there, you know, but I believe in him, and yeah, he's shown us that, you know, he stays in shape year round and all that, so like weight's not gonna be a problem, fitness not gonna be a problem.
From a health standpoint, it's risky. He may be fit, but boxing at the world-class level isn't just about being in shape, it's about enduring elite-level punishment. From a legacy standpoint, he has nothing left to prove. But from a fighter's heart, Pacquiao still believes he can do it. Ultimately, it's a brave move, but one that must be watched with hope and caution. Bob Arum, Manny Pacquiao's former promoter, has expressed significant concern regarding Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring at 46 years old to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Arum, who promoted many of Pacquiao's most notable fights, is apprehensive about the risks associated with Pacquiao's age and prolonged inactivity.
And when a fighter who's been around so long, passes his late 30s and goes into his 40s, he is not going to be as good as he was in his prime.
Despite his concerns, Arum conveyed his support for Pacquiao, saying, "I'm rooting for him. He's a great guy, but I'm really concerned about the outcome of this fight." Carl Frampton, the former two-weight world champion, has been vocal in his criticism of Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring at age 46 to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Frampton described Pacquiao's comeback as shameful, embarrassing, and downright dangerous, expressing concern over the physical risks involved in such a high-stakes fight at Pacquiao's age. He questioned the decision to grant Pacquiao an immediate title shot after a 4-year hiatus, suggesting that it undermines the integrity of the sport and sets a concerning precedent. Frampton emphasized that while Pacquiao's legacy as a boxing legend is secure, returning to compete against a younger, active champion could tarnish his storied career and pose significant health risks.
Title. I love Manny Pacquiao, but it's wrong from the WBC. I can't say anything else. It's wrong. Shouldn't be happening.
While acknowledging the risks associated with such a comeback, Leonard did not dismiss Pacquiao's chances outright. He remarked, "Maybe he can do it. Maybe he knows the right thing to do." Leonard's perspective underscores the importance of mental preparedness and self-belief in undertaking such a significant challenge, especially after a prolonged absence from professional boxing.
When I came back, I didn't realize it was 5 years I've been out of the ring. You gotta get used to being hit. You gotta get used to being training that hard at that level.
And so, with the world watching and opinions split, Manny Pacquiao steps once more into the ring, not just against Mario Barrios, but against time itself. At 46, he isn't merely challenging a younger champion, he's challenging the laws of nature, the doubts of critics, and even the concern of those who love him most. Whether you're cheering with hope or watching through your fingers in fear, one thing is certain. This isn't just a fight, it's a moment. A moment where legacy meets mortality, where heart collides with reality, and where greatness takes one final shot under the spotlight. There's something deeply poetic about this return. Pacquiao isn't chasing belts, he's chasing closure, perhaps chasing a part of himself that only lives inside the ropes. For some, it's foolish. For others, it's the essence of what makes fighters legends, the refusal to back down when everything says to stop. So, as the bell rings and the roar of the crowd rises, the world won't just be watching a fight, they'll be witnessing the last chapter of a warrior's saga. Whatever happens on fight night, one truth remains. Manny Pacquiao is still fighting, not for titles, but for something far more powerful: legacy.
When you see the Manny Pacquiao fight, what can you learn from that fight?
It showed that, combination punchers, that's how Pacquiao, was landing, his punches, combinations. And, it just shows you that, he is a great fighter, but, I'm going into this camp, coming into this fight confident, everything right with our game plan, and I'm going to try to execute it as best as I can.
If you felt the weight of this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into boxing's biggest moments, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should Pacquiao be making this comeback, or is it one fight too far? This is the boxing headquarters, where legends are remembered and history is made. Until next time, stay sharp, stay hungry, and as always, keep your guard up.